Good boys. What's up, Roger? Good, Leo. Elliot, what's up, brother? Good, Mastro. Yo, yo, yo. What's good, Tommy? Roddy, what's up? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm trying to figure out this funded next situation right now. But besides that, so if I go to trade of 8, good, Dean, Sergio, what's up, brother? Good morning, everybody. What's up, Sergio? Dean, what's up? Azar, Cairo. Got one more week, guys. One more week of August. Let's do a good job. Let's do a good job. Weekend was good, man. Weekend was good. I fixed my sleep schedule. I got 8 hours of sleep, so I feel great. I'm gonna try to continuously get 8 hours of sleep. Gonna get a haircut this week. I got a birthday party later today. What's good, Sour? Misha, what's up? Maurice, what's up, brother? What's your favorite month? In backtest, I usually do good in the first year, if I'm gonna be honest, the first couple months, but I don't think that's really significant. But I guess January, February, March, December. Yeah, I guess January, February, March is probably best for me. Okay, 50K rapid account with funded next. Let's see if this works. What's your drama liquidity? We'll discuss. Don't worry. I got you guys. Good TikTok. Yeah, let's say I just want to get one contract. Okay, it worked. But why doesn't it work here? Oh, it works now. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. Wonderful. Ignore this, please, guys. I'm simply testing this account. Um, so perfectly fine. Now there's gonna be executions. Aw, man, that's annoying. Whatever. Um, okay. So let's open up all our accounts. Let's open up all our accounts. Let's terminate this trade. Let's remove executions because that's just gonna annoy me. And we'll keep. What is this? Click trading. Whoa, trading view leveled up, man. There's like a whole bunch of stuff here now. Okay. So we'll keep this open. We have our funded next account. Let's open up our Apex accounts, our Alpha accounts. How do I log out, man? How do you log out? Oh man, this is pissing me off. How do you log out of Trade of Aid, bro? Does anyone? Surely there's just like, oh, log out, log out. All right, never mind. We're good. No, we're not in a trade. We'll cover game plan. Don't worry. 4 minutes. We got time. Let me open up all the accounts. Let me make a couple announcements. Okay, Apex accounts open. Alpha accounts. What do I have with Alpha? I don't even know. Okay, standard. Okay, we gotta blow these accounts. That blows. And I hope. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alpha account open. Apex accounts open. Let me make sure my Apex are all being copy traded. See, this one wasn't being copy traded. Okay. Prop firms? Yes, I do trade prop firms. Setting a course? I don't have a course. Apex group number 1. So let's click on this. Apex group. All right, we're all set. We're all set. All right. Cool. All right, let's make a couple announcements. First things first. It's Monday. Excited for the new week. Orange shoulder is not too significant for me. Let's make some annotations on the buy side levels. And the reason we're marking out buy side levels is I want to look for longs today. I believe personally that we're going to move higher on the daily. All-time high on ES in the scopes. You guys know the rule. If all-time high in the scopes, we shoot long. We shoot long. So pre-market highs, we have the daily civvy low here. I want to see that be respected. We have the daily inversion here. We traded into that. So let's remove this annotation. And let's mark out this. Why is this important? Because if we're bullish, we should respect daily IFEG high as well as 50%. So those are two very key levels that I will keep annotated on my chart. Daily IFEG. In case we do go lower on the week, I don't think it'll happen today, but if we do, I mean, that'd be whatever. But if we get there, then I know that, right? And I don't really care about that. We got London high, Asia high. And we're going to look for high probability longs. That's the game plan for today. It's been one-sided the entire day, so I'm hoping we can get a reversal. And yeah, that's it. We're going to look for a long, yeah. Pretty simple. This is NASDAQ futures, brother. NASDAQ futures. If we're bearish, we can go down there, but I don't think we're going to get there. For me personally, I don't want to see it get below even this line right here. If it gets below here, it's likely to take the low, and we're probably not bullish for the week. So that's my game plan. So, NWAG levels? Yes, I can. I actually was supposed to annotate that, but I had to reset my chart, and I never went back. So good call. NWAG's right here. So, new week opening gap. Closing price, Friday, 16.59. That's your new week opening gap low. Opening price up here, 18 o'clock on Sunday. That's your new week opening gap high. Annotate it, lock it, use it for the week. Setups from or targeting towards will always be nice. 15-minute chart, we'll leave this open as I make some key announcements. Key announcement number 1. Okay, key announcement number 1. Um, the Alpha Futures giveaway. One more week. Let me pull it up here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay, this giveaway. This giveaway. The winners will be announced Friday. So if you want a chance to win this setup plus 2 accounts, so 250K accounts, you have until the end of the week, Friday. Friday, we're announcing winners. So Friday, I'm not even going to accept any entries. You have until Thursday to enter. You enter by using my code. So if you use my code, you have to message me on Discord. Otherwise, I will not add you into the giveaway because I am not going to keep track of everyone who uses Alpha Futures. So if you message me on Discord, Gatie, I used your code, I'll reply to you and then we'll get you added to the giveaway. So we're giving away this plus 250K accounts. That's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2. I'm on a trial affiliation with Funded Next. I think it's for futures and also for Forex. I think it works for both. The affiliation, I'm assuming. I'm on a trial with them. I know some of you guys said you use them. They're not my number 1 firm. I'm going to be straight up. Alpha's still number 1. I'm not switching anything up there. But I told them I would try to use them and let them know, honestly. So we can keep track. I don't know if we'll get a payout on my first account, but I guess we'll try. I have a 50K rapid account with them. And I have the eval right here loaded up. So we'll keep tabs on that. But yeah, so I'm on like a 1 month or 2 month trial with them. And we'll see how that goes. The main 3 takeaways for them: they have a no activation fee. They have pretty easy payout rules, like easier than most. And then you have 100% profit split always. That's like your main thing. That's their probable selling point. Been wanting you to try Fund Next for ages now. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been telling me to use them. Do you use the Rapid account or the other one? In MT5, you can trade NAS 100. It's the closest thing. Did you wait for news? I don't need to wait for news today. So I'll try them. Do I have a code? There's a code, but it's weird. So there's 2 benefits you can get. If you want, so there's 2 things you have to do. 1, you have to use this link. I know that kind of sucks. But if you use the link, then you get a reward coupon, which is basically like, I don't understand exactly how it works, but I think they give you extra money if you get a payout or something. So if you get a reward, they'll give you extra money if you use a code and a link. I think that's what it is. So if you click this link and then also code Gatie, you get 2 benefits. You get the discount plus you get the reward coupon. I think that's what he was trying to tell me. So I think that's how it works. I don't know. To me, that's kind of weird. I feel like just the code should be enough. But it's a 5% discount. That's it. So I don't know if they have any discounts going on right now. But I think a code will always give at least 5. And then whatever, obviously if they have a promotion going on. Anyways, we'll try out Funded Next. I have an account here with them. Hopefully we pass it because I don't know how many accounts I'm going to get, assuming we don't pass this one. But let's lock in. Let's lock in. Let's minimize chat. Let's open up all the accounts. Copy traders open. Evals open. Great. Hopefully this doesn't just go one-sided without us forever. We need to mark out the opening range gap high. Look at that beautiful opening range gap. Mark out this candle, 930 low. That's your opening range gap low. This candle's closing price up here, opening range gap high. And I guess we can mark out 50%. Unless it's... Yeah, let's mark out 50%. Okay. So a lot of levels going on here. A lot of levels going on here. But it's fine. You just got to keep it organized. So we want to look for high probability longs. So we're putting in a wick here, starting to trade lower aggressively. Very aggressively, I might say. Damn. Where's it going, bro? Anyways, pre-market lows taken. So if we get a fair value gap here and inverse that, I'll go long. It's pretty simple. That would be enough for me. That would be enough for me. Okay, so what are these candles looking like? 20-ish points. So looking at around 4-ish contracts. Let's make this a 10. I mean, it's an eval. Let's just do 10 micros for evals. Keep it simple. I don't even want to calculate risk. So we're trading into that daily inversion high, a level that I would expect to be respected if we're bullish. We've taken out high and low. And show the daily inversion. It's right here. We're trading back into that now. And if we're bullish, we should respect that, right? That's the premise. Pre-market high, we don't need that annotation. London high, new week opening gap, org high, 50% org. Yeah, kind of sloppy, but all right. Why do you use the body and not the wick of the daily IPG? You have to include the body. It's a part of the imbalance. Why? The main reason why is because ICT said, and then when I backtested, it was very detrimental, I would say. So you see this org low. I don't need to keep this annotated because we have first presentation. So it's fine, right? I'll just keep org 50%, which is right here. There. 6.75. So we'll just keep that there. And there we go. There we go. So we have an S&T at pre-market low. I don't really care about that too much. If we inverse first presentation, I will likely take a long that looks something like this, I guess. Maybe like this. We can squeeze out a 2R. I mean, we can leave runner, so this trade has the potential to run if we're right on the draw. But if we can get above this, we'll see. Even if we get above CE, might be enough for me, to be honest. It's a pretty classic classic model long. We need, yeah. So it looks like the like say if we get above, I gotta probably put my stop down here. It's 1.5R to org CE. It's 1.8R to midnight open. And then best case scenario, we get high today, which is 4R. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. Stop is 30. 30 times 2, 60. So 60 times 3 is 180. So yeah, we can get away with 4 micros per account. Like I said, on this one, we're just going to do 10. If this starts trading higher, I might take a preemptive entry here. Because the thing is, ES doesn't even have a first presentation, so I'm a little bit skeptical that this is just sideways, you know? It may look like it's going to inverse and go higher, but really what might be happening is simply just up, down, up, down. I'm ready. We can do a bit of a preemptive buy perhaps if we can, I was going to say engulf this candle, close above it. A little bit skeptical. Let me check the stock market real quick. Damn, everything is down. All right, I think we buy inside first presentation here. All right, let's buy inside first presentation. Multiple. Oh man, I gotta do the math. 4 so 5. Yeah, okay. All right, buying inside first presentation. Obviously, we haven't inversed yet, but we got above 50%, etc., etc. I'm looking to target org CE as a first partial, maybe midnight. Obviously, there's a minor high here. I'm hoping we spike right through. If we get the closure above here, see right there, that's a CISD. So this order block, key information. There we get the full closure above. So see, you might feel a little bit better. OB plus. My stop right now is at this low. Realistically, it'll cover anywhere from here to here, depending on what price action gives me or tells me. If we reinverse first presentation, for example, I'll probably just close. So this isn't a hard definitive stop. And yeah, I want to look to take partials. We'll have to just take off half, I suppose. It's gonna have to be one of those. I mean, like there's this trade, the setup's long, right? So we're gonna have to take half and hope for runners, and that's just how we're gonna have to manage. You know, we have an SMT here currently. I'm gonna bring the stop up to 474. Reduce my risk slightly. I don't want to see this. I want to see speed here, ideally. I'll even leave an annotation. Speed here, ideally. Currently an SMT there. Not what I want to see, obviously. Because then it means we might get choppy. And I don't want to be in a choppy trade. But we'll give it a little bit of a chance. We did get the full order block. See that 3 minute? Really clean. 3 minute down, close above. Stop at 3 minute. Oh, should cover well. So we're going to give it a chance. We're not just going to break even and, you know. But if you're uncomfortable holding against an SMT, then you close, right? All right, we're seeing that retracement now. Hopefully it's not too deep. It looks like it's going straight for stop loss though. Still alive. Trading at the low of first presentation. I don't want to see it re-inverse. Looks like we might get tagged out here. Still alive for now. It's coming in strong though. It's possible we get wicked out, but you see, like we inverse first presentation there. I'm just gonna leave the stop where it is. I'm not gonna touch it in case this does stay a breakaway. But yeah, it looks like we're probably gonna lose this trade because we reinverse first presentation. So right now, in terms of probabilities, I would say we're more likely to stay range bound, unless this was just a, you know, I'll call it a not random, but just a sloppy move lower. It's giving us an opportunity to close break even here. I'm not going to take it because it is possible this was just a sloppy retracement. Just watching this candle, pretty significant wick, so I don't know. This might just speed up now. If so, it's gonna be a while. We'll probably have to wait for the 9:50 macro or 10 a.m. to look for our second trade, because it doesn't look like 9:30 is gonna print much at all. We closed inside first presentation. We got a wick. See, it's starting to slow down. Was there a 2-minute gap that we just traded into? Yeah, see. For example, see the 5-minute looks pretty sloppy. Another opportunity to break even. Not going to take it because, like I said, if this breakaway stays open, then, you know, we have a decent chance. It's worth the risk, in my opinion. Remember, we also reduced our stop slightly, so. ES looks pretty bullish. Let's take a glance at the YM chart. YM looks bullish. Everything looks pretty bullish except NQ. Everything's closing green, closing above the wick there. SMTs left and right. If NQ could just speed up with the other ones. See, we're making higher highs on the other two indices. Hopefully we see that 6 sister now and just break those SMTs. We have another SMT up there. I'm still going to give it a small chance. I see this little fair value gap here. See if we can inverse that. Doesn't look like we will. The way that candle just flipped. I'm going to give it a chance, but I also don't want to be delusional. I'm hovering close. YM also took the high. There's a bullish fair value gap there, though. Looks like we got out. Well, we didn't have to make any decisions. Okay, well, we got stopped out there. I will look for another opportunity. We'll look for another opportunity. I mean, even if we got here, I think ultimately it would have failed. If we get an order block here, I wouldn't mind re-entering. Now that we swept this low, if we close above. But it looks like we might stay range bound for some time. So let's wait. Let's wait till 10 probably. Maybe things get cleaner. It gave us an opportunity to break even. You know, we didn't take it. We left the risk on. Maybe that was the wrong decision, but overall, pretty good trade. We shall see. We shall see. So I'm looking at this low now. We'll likely resweep it. We did leave equal highs, which is nice. Could come back for that. So once we take out this low, if I'm going to go long, I'd have to see. Actually, we could even take an inversion here, to be honest. This is low of day, right? Yeah. All right, we'll see. 9:50 macro, 10 a.m. might give us something better than. Yeah, dude. It's pretty surprising that we didn't take this, to be honest. But I think we're range bound, so it makes sense, I guess. You can see how sloppy it is, even on the way down. Slop, slop. It looks like it's gonna reinverse wicks. A lot of back and forth. So we just wait. There's a lot of back and forth. We just wait. YM is starting. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be range bound for a while here. So let's just wait. Stock market's pretty down. Equal lows there. Likely to be taken. These lows here. Now yes looks more bearish. Just based on the last candle. Look at this candle on NQ compared to this candle on ES. This one just opened and dumped on ES. While NQ, got a wick on both sides. So we just wait sloppiness. This is sloppy right now. We wait it out. We don't force anything. No back trades. Typical August stuff. Trading back into first presentation. That could potentially offer something lower. There's an imbalance in here as well. In the lower portion. Do I expect it to be respected? I don't know. It's really sloppy, so who knows? See how sloppy this is? Yeah, just wait. We just wait for both sides. Wait for 10 a.m. Let opening range do its thing. So the first 30 minutes, let it do its thing. And we wait. Last week was every day. You realize bias is a subjective thing, right? Yeah, I'll take that trade again too, Johnny. How are you bullish? I'm bullish higher time frame. You took the 15-second to the high, nice. 15 high, so you can say that, but can you really say that 9 to go? But no, I'm not taking trades if I don't have a bias. Yeah, don't bother explaining yourself. Listen, if someone wants to not trade today, that's fine. They can not trade today. If you don't want to trade, you don't have to trade. If you want to trade, then you trade. Typical, he's closed when you haven't figured out yet. I can also help you there. I don't know what you're saying. What are RDUs? Every trade's different. I usually average around 2 though. Are you still using? Of course, yeah. It's still significant, but you have to use it in the right narrative. And right now, you have to just be patient. I'm gonna wait till 10 a.m. Yeah, breaking at S&P seemed like the right thing to do. Maybe I should have done that as well. Range day. I mean, definitely opening range is gonna be sideways. We'll see if anything happens after 10 a.m. You're long to London highs. It's possible. I mean, that was my original bias personally, but because I already know this can go 2 sides. Why would I then force a setup? I would just trade the other day. Yeah, so don't trade. No one's telling you to trade, bro. Just because you think it's gonna go 2 sides doesn't mean every single other person also thinks it's gonna go 2 sides. Yeah. Personally, I'm bullish. I think this can go higher. I'm not 2-sided. I'm 1-sided. Or it stays range bound, which means sideways, which is fine. Another SMT here. This might be the run lower towards these lows inside the macro. First presentation, SMT, small inversion there. This probably rolls over down. Why sometimes there are gaps between candlesticks on graphs? Probably just a lag issue. No, and Monday and no volume. I mean, there's orange folder, but yeah, nothing significant. Oh, volume imbalances? Why is there sometimes there? Why do they form? Just one candle opens higher than the close. It's a type of liquidity void. It's not really a liquidity void, but because there is still liquidity in that level. But for example, like this candle, where is one? I don't see any here. Like for example here, like this candle closes. This one was so bullish that it didn't even close at the high. It opened above where the last one closed. Just a way the price can deliver. I think it will go down because it reacted from the daily FEG. Possible. That's not a bad way to think about it. I would stay pretty cautious for now, though. Wait for one of these sides to get taken, and hopefully it's down, so then I can go for long. Yeah, we're living out of trading. What's your buy for today? Did you see the beginning of the stream? I am personally bullish on the week. Not necessarily today, but I don't expect it to go much lower today because we've already filled in the daily inversion upper quadrant. So it's aligning with my higher time frame. Check Bitcoin? No. I didn't ask you to teach us. Where did you learn it from? Listen, if someone comes to my TikTok chat acting like they are the best trader in the world, I promise you they are lying, bro. Otherwise, they would not be here. They would not be here, bro. Don't listen to these guys. Don't let them waste your time. Short on your USD TP. I mean, sure, you can do that, bro. I have some crypto, but mostly stocks. What does data low mean? It means the low formed by the news, by a news candle. Could I leverage 1 minute trade on a 50K top step evals? You could. Just go and see. No, bro. I don't care what Bitcoin's doing. Does it look like I'm trading Bitcoin right now? What did you do to Palantir? I'm still in, bro. I'm gonna look to buy more if we can get below 150. Are we below 150? Still above 150. We might even get below 144, so I might just wait. We'll see. You think there's a chance we inverse this Powell FET? If we're bearish, then yeah. There's always a chance. What do you think about candles with no wick as a draw? It's usually some sort of imbalance, so you can use that. Let me join the live. I'm in Euro USD now. No, you can't join the live, and I don't really care. But I'm looking for longs. What do you think about can figure that be a 5 minute long? Good luck, bro. Previous days has a draw. That's what I was thinking, but we'll see. You got cooked. Yeah, I took one loss as well. How can I join Alpha Futures giveaway? The giveaway for Alpha Futures is for code users. It's a code users giveaway. Okay, we're almost at 10 a.m. Nasdaq is NQ, bro. Nasdaq and NQ are the same thing. NQ is Nasdaq futures. How do we deal with losses? And you got to practice losing. You just got to keep losing. We may not come back for these lows, if I'm being honest. This low could be set. It's possible. And this was just really sloppy. We're going to take out the high now. So either this likely reverses shortly or that low is set. We'll see. Maybe we'll take the next protraction model long in 10 a.m. Nvidia is green, actually. Pretty cool. There's the high. Could we trade this news during alpha? I think so, but let me double check. Be about to higher F this PA. I would agree somewhat. Yeah, you can trade this news. Our time frame looks bearish. It looks bearish, but if you read in between the lines, in my opinion, it's more likely to move up. But that's just me. I could be wrong. I'm still bullish. We'll see if we get a protraction model. There's ORCE. Midnight Open probably would have been our first partial, though. I don't think I would have taken anything off here. I would have went for the extra 10 points. I mean, we had the right draw somewhat. Just pretty sloppy delivery. I guess so, Jay. I guess you can go chill, bro. We'll see if we get a protraction model. I will try it. Okay, let's see. For example, this 2-minute fair value gap that we're trading into right now. And if we get the OB, closure above here, I would take that probably. Something like this. Even midnight opens 2R, so that's not even bad. It's not bad at all. Although we didn't even trade into it. But yeah, I'm a little bit skeptical about that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's set. Wait, it did trade into it actually. Okay, I see. I see. It's kind of a weird order block though. I'm just gonna wait. I want to pick something like this. Water cookie goes good sometimes. I would never put the stop loss here. Doesn't make sense. Because if we inverse this fair value gap that I'm entering off of, at that point in time, we're more likely, listen closely, we're more likely to take this low than take my objective. So you know, you get what I'm saying? So why would I bother? I mean, if it's range day bias, this could be good shorts, but I don't think it's range day bias, to be honest. I still think we go higher. Could be wrong, but I do have a Discord server. It's free. You can join if you please. With 538. I think it's quite likely. What are pair rules on 50K Alpha Zero? 5 winning days, 40% consistency. You can withdraw up to 50%. No buffer required. Damn, it's the last time that the world was ending. I'll be right next to you. Oh, about to take out that high from London. Oh, we already took out this fair value gap here. I mean, yeah. Either this is going to offer a really nice short, or we had the right draw and simply put it just went without us. No, I didn't catch these long. We actually got stopped out of the long over here. We got stopped out at 9:45, I think, or 9:44. So, is what it is. See if it gives us another opportunity. There's a midnight open about. We just wait. Nothing we can do. London highs there. I don't think there's a clean. There's a pretty clean 5-minute. Could potentially use that. We're just gonna have to wait for a retracement because it's not gonna give us a good entry. We had the right idea. I like the trade that we took. ES is sideways now. NQ is pumping. YM is great. We got a triple synergy switch. What I call a triple threat. NQ long, ES sideways, YM dumping. The typical stuff. The typical stuff. No, stop loss was placed perfect. Perfect the way where it was. I would do the exact same thing again. It was just sloppy, is all it is. And that's okay. It's gonna happen again and again. I say we go for previously high and then reverse. I don't think we'll reverse if we get to. I genuinely think Monday could potentially be low of week. I genuinely think so. I may be wrong in that, but I definitely think it's possible that Monday is low of week. I'm not trying to jump the gun here. It's not my style, but I like this long narrative. I really do. We'll see. I mean, if I'm still bullish, which I am, we have a long way to go before these other objectives. We just have to find and be patient for high probability setups towards them. I'm going to remove the org high marker. I'm also going to move, I'll leave org CE. We just have to be patient and wait for a good setup. The 5-minute fair value gap that's forming here, that could be something. London high still open. Could be something. Everyone that was saying, there's no way it's bullish. Why are you trading? It's not. You don't have the experience. All right? You don't have the experience. And neither do I, to be honest. I mean, 2 years is not that much. But I've seen this enough times to know that it's more likely to go up than down. We could fizzle out. We definitely could fizzle out. But I think London high is in the scope. I don't think that. I think this low is set. That's for sure. I definitely believe that low is set. It's just sloppy in this. In hindsight, we could have broke even on the SMT. It probably would have been the smart thing to do. If I gave myself, if I told myself that today would be, safety trading protocol, then I would have done so. But I didn't. I annotated today as just a regular trading day. So I didn't need to take any safety measures. Yeah, bank holiday in England probably has some sort of effect on that. Okay, the 5 minutes down here, we'll see if we can, silver bullet idea. If we trade down into that. Simple idea, 5-minute bullish fair value gap, trade the protraction to London highs. Pretty textbook trade if we can get it. Can you answer that? How do the people make a decision based on the 1 minute, even if the 15-minute, 15-minute is opposite of decision? You have to align. Not time frames, but narrative. For example, let me tell you something. The whole idea of the long is that I'm expecting us to respect the upper portion of this inversion. So the upper 50%. So this box. I'm expecting us to respect this box. I don't care if the 15-minute says bear. Obviously, the 15-minute and the hourly and the 4 is going to all say bearish because we're trading down into this box. But if I have the narrative that tells me I'm expecting us to respect this box, which is the upper quadrant of the daily inversion, well, then I can find high probability trades on the lower time frame there, which is here. Now, this is sloppy. It's just delivered sloppy. It's pretty rare that we're going to inverse first presentation, re-inverse it, and not take the low, you know? It's not like there's an SMT here or anything. It's just simply sloppy is what it is, and that's fine. You know? It's a part of it, part of the game. 3-minute fair value gap. You could take this order block if you want to be aggressive. I don't think I would. 1.6R to London highs. I want to pass this one eval. I'll be up hella on the day. Sure. Whatever fits your boat. I hope we get another leg lower. Although even if we do get another leg lower, it's not going to be the cleanest. We're going to have to be patient here. We're going to have to be patient is all. 400 up today. I'm so happy. You shouldn't be happy if you're up. Because if you're happy when you're up, it means you're going to be sad when you're down. And if you're sad when you're down, you're not going to trade good. Took 30-second IPG long full close at SMT with 930 high on top set max out of XFA. Nice, bro. Solid executions, brother. We're slowing down at midnight. If it's going to be a range day, then shorts here would actually be really good. Straight up. Shorts here would be really good. Just above midnight with the SMT. But I still favor that narrative that it's potentially this low of week right here. I'm going to be honest. Potentially it is. What's up, Kissback? You can't tell me that you have zero emotion. No, of course I don't have zero emotions. But I'm in enough control and I have enough awareness to know. Do I get happy when I win? Obviously, I'm a little bit happy. I know money's going to hit the bank. But I try to suppress it as much as possible. You de-risk unknown? No. I think London highs, new week up, everything here marked out is potential objective higher for me today. I think it's possible, yeah. I wouldn't force Asia highs as a, like, for example, I wouldn't long this to Asia highs. I don't like that. Longing high of day, you're demanding it reaches Asia high to make money. I don't want to have to take trades that need to be right to make money. Not all the time, at least. Not if it's going to be premium like this. But that's just me. GT London high. What is your London high marked out? The highest high between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern time. This 568. Doing you take this OB? No, this is an order block, but I wouldn't take it. But if you want to, you can take it. This is a bullish order block. This is my model forming, and me choosing not to take it on the premise that, well, it's not a high probability entry. Also, even if we get London highs, then managing this trade is difficult. It may go straight up. I'd rather risk missing this and then save another trade for a higher probability setup like that or something, which I would believe higher probability. But, you know, suit yourself. There's also SMTs at the highs, so it's just not good enough. Clean delivery, bad executions. I don't think there's really any high probability entries in here. I mean, not for me at least. When determining your overall market narrative, do you hold more weight on NQ or ES? 50-50. Equal. I use information from both. Come down to a narrative. It's bullish. I will take it. Just because it's going to get here doesn't mean you take the setup from here to there. You don't like time frames? No, no, no. As a day trader, I think that's very bad personally. But that's just me. It's how I trade. My trade frequency is pretty high compared to most people. I mean, I don't know, MB. After you had the ascent to the, after you had it all the way down here. Nice, bro. If that's what your rules say and you did that, then that's good. I'm proud that you followed your rule. I don't know, MB. I'm not sure. You shouldn't. TradeAway should not do that. Karaoke? No. Do you use FEG SMT? Yeah, sure. Bearish SMT. There is an SMT at the highs, but it's only valid if you are already expecting price to go lower. I think long term we are bearish for pricing to take 5, 6, 8 first, or probably NWAG. Possibly. Why are we not locked in? It's going to be a while before we get it set up and on board. Because ES sweeps the low, so it's SMT, and NQ is SMT with the FEG candle low. Oh yeah, there is definitely an SMT down there. Thank you, MB. Why aren't you taking any of these OBs? They align with your bias nicely. It's too far in premium. Too far in premium. I'm not going to take this OB because this wick that took out ORCE. It's just a probability thing. I don't just want any OB that forms. I want a high probability trade setup. I want to see a nice move into discount and then a convincing move higher, showing me that we're likely to seek the high or premium. Not this. If I buy every single down close candle, I won't be profitable. I mean, I probably still would be, to be honest, but not as much. So I'll wait. I want to wait for it to come back down. We'll see if we can get to the 5-minute. Also, I understand that it's not the day to do that. This is not the day to take aggressive OBs like this. Maybe on a very clear expansion day, sure. But is this clear expansion? Hell no. Look at YM. YM is making lower lows, like, significantly. Look at ES. ES is still 930 opening price. ES has literally, quite literally, done nothing since it's opened. It's pretty much at the same price point. So it's not the day to be taking aggressive OBs at high of day, you know? You can, and you still might be profitable if you keep doing that, but it's just not a high probability trade setup. It's not like, yeah, I'm bullish, but it's not like we're going to get clear one-sided expansion all the way higher. Like, let them get in sync. Like maybe YM starts to reverse, etc., etc. Fully lost it today and full ported multiple times, and today break even. Gotta fix my psychology before I come to the next step of my trading. You already know, my brother. It all starts with accepting loss. What's YM? YM is the Dow Jones. It's the third index. It's not as correlated, but it is still correlated. Kinda want to go with short. Where was your entry? How did you get? I did get stopped out. We've taken one trade so far, and I think it was something like this. I wanted midnight open as a first draw, but I wanted, obviously, to go to left runners to all my objectives higher. Probably all the way to previous days high, realistically. This is what I wanted. What do you do when your price hits your original high prop draw? If I don't have another draw, then I don't trade. Simple. I don't ask myself, oh, what should I do if we... No. Keep it very simple. Do I have a drawn liquidity currently? Yes. Then I look for trade setup targeting that draw. Okay. See, this is a little bit more favorable. Now, execution on this might be a little bit tough. Let's see. Is there a 30-second inversion there? 15-second. There's a pretty clean 15-second inversion there. London High's 1.14 R, man. 15-second bullish for value gap currently being tapped. I'm watching this. Might execute. I'm watching this on the 15-second. I want to see if it gives me a scaled down protraction. Close above 542. We took the 10-minute bullish for value gap, but now there's no entry PD raise. Like, you guys want to know something cool? I think a lot of people don't realize this. So this wick, you know how ICT says like, oh, wicks are imbalances? This wick, if we close above it, it's just a 15-second OB. It's really all is fractal. It really all is the same thing. 542 at the high. See, the thing is, I don't expect this low to get taken, but I still need an entry model. I still need confirmation that that low is unlikely to get taken. It could get taken. Probability says it's not likely to get taken. Watching this 15-second. $27 times 2 is 50. Yeah, we'll do a 4 micro trade again. I think that's fine. Sloppy. 10-minute fair value gap. We really, realistically, we shouldn't make a low lower than that 10-minute fair value gap. All right. I'm going to try it there. I'll try it there. Stop at the low. All right, let's try this trade out. Close above org 50%. London high is a draw. And then we have obviously potential runner objectives. Stop should be at right there. Okay. We're in a unique situation because the risk reward is not the best towards London high. But we'll try. $539 to 526. Let's see. I trade 50K accounts, but I copy trade some of them. Well, several, couple. So we're taking this off the 15-second inversion, which it looks like this. Other confluences, org CE, 10-minute bullish fair value gap, S&T at the lows, somewhere. something like all the way down there. And London High. London High is a strong draw on liquidity. If London High is not right there, we're not taking this trade. Simply. Looks like we're getting quite choppy. But the narrative is like, I'm gonna leave this trade. I'm not gonna close it, but even if it's choppy, because the narrative is there that the probability says we're not supposed to. We can, but probability speaking, we shouldn't really take that low if we're bullish. We could not be bullish, in which case this low doesn't mean anything. Hopefully this doesn't wick, because that was the first speed we've seen in a while. Looks like it's gonna wick though. This would be a bullish order block if we can close above. Notice this small bullish pair value gap in here. And I'm trying to think about the best way to manage this trade. I'm not trying to think about the P&L. I'm trying to think about logically what makes most sense. We have 1.07 R to London highs. That ain't ideal. I'm going to be honest. That is not the best, but that's the trade that we took. So, we'll see. Obviously, we have higher up objectives. NWOG being 1.65. Asia high being 2.28. But then previous day's high, etc., etc. I can actually bring my stop to 534 here. But I don't think I'm going to. Because it's too, what's it called? It's too high resistance in nature. It could still soup it. So, I'm not scaling. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. We'll find out. Completely invalidated that order block by closing below. $10.30 is a key time. Hopefully, we can get some 10.30 range expansion. 30-minute candle is bullish. Our stops at the previous somewhat 30-minute candle low. So if the next 30-minute candle can be bullish, we open up, take the highs. Simple narrative. It doesn't look bullish on ES though. I'll tell you that much. There's 10.30. I feel like I'm getting deja vu from the last trade. Take out the short-term low. I want to see if this closes bearish or not. I can anchor a fib for boredom purposes primarily. Currently in S&T here. It's not easy to hold this trade. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not easy to hold this trade, but conviction in my narrative. And I understand it's sloppy, so you either accept the risk or you don't. We might get, like, if this can, we might just stay sloppy. I mean, it's 10:30, so we should see some expansion, even if it's not much. I just feel like we have to take something off at London. We don't have to, but I probably should think that's the right thing to do. Take something off at London, bring the stop here, so at least it's a risk-free trade. Let me do some math here. I can't take off 5. It's going to have to be 6. Here we'll take off 4 and 6. Here we'll have to take off. Okay. See if we can get London highs, help us reduce the risk of this trade. And then we'll bring the stop here if we get above this high. Or we close it all at London highs, call it break even, understand today was, and we just walk away. I always think about that, but I also want to do what makes sense, and I genuinely think we could potentially expand all the way to previous day's high. Would we come back here first? Tough to say. We'll see. We'll see. I'm making a game time decision. Small bullish fair value gap in here. Is YM still? Yeah, it is still. Trading stuff, man. Trading stuff. I'm genuinely in a kerfuffle. Low probability conditions. Probably should just cover my loss at London high if we get there. But the narrative's pretty strong. Let's just see how we deliver to London highs. I think that's also pretty important information. Whether we get there or not. We might not even get there. Look how tight ranged ES is. ES is like mega sideways. It's like we take 5 minutes to move up, and then in 1 minute, make up that move down in one candle. Whoa. I would like to see us close above this candle's body opening price. That would be a bullish order block. If you want to call it that, I mean, look at ES. Don't even try to mark out any PD raise on the S&P 500. But there's something everyone needs to keep in mind. And it'll make it really clear why ES is going sideways right now. I'm going to go to the daily chart. Pay attention closely. Look where ES is on the daily compared to NQ. ES is trading above Tuesday, August 19th high. So ES is trading right here. So of course it's going to go sideways. It's waiting for NQ. Six sister approach. We talked about this last week. That's why I favor that NASDAQ could really have a large move higher. If we are bullish, it's likely to be a really large move higher. With high resistance. This is getting uneasying. it should be going fast. You know, that's a whole other thing about Six Sisters. It should be like, are you gonna go catch up or not? You know, if you're gonna try to play catch up, you got to put some pep in your step. You know, show your willingness to actually catch up. It's like if you're behind in a race and you're trying to catch up and the other person's waiting for you. You're not gonna walk. You're gonna sprint. We took out the high here. I'm hoping we just surge to London highs. I want to see speed to London highs. You can partial that London highs. I'm probably going to set the stop at 541 and just accept it. Maybe this is a greedy decision. Maybe this is because I lost my last trade. But what I'm going to do today is put my stop at 541 and see how high this can go. That's what I've decided to do. You can partial here if you would like to. On my Apex accounts, I will take the partial. Make sure I get the stop exactly where I want it. We're almost there. We're almost there. You know, for the purpose of making this trade out, I might just take a one singular. Well, we're pretty much risk free on this trade now. We'll see if we can get the London high, which is right here. This OB should be protected. Although we're not seeing speed to London high. This is a tough market, man. They're really making this hard on us. I'm gonna be completely honest. They're really making this hard on us. Because it should just be speeding up to London highs, right? $10 from our stop loss. It's closer to our stop loss than London highs. Trading back into the OB. See if it respects price. My gut tells me we're probably just going to get stopped out, but I don't want to listen to my gut. ES is coming down strong. We're really going to edge London highs like that? Show some conviction. Some pep. ES sideways, NQ bullish. The more sideways ES goes, hopefully the more bullish NQ gets. It's getting close. 2 points away. Probably getting stopped out here. There it is, break even. One loss, one break even. 1050 macro. I wouldn't be opposed to giving it one more try. Wouldn't be opposed. 1050 macro. I'm going to zoom out here, see if anything is clear. And that'll determine whether or not... No, it doesn't look like anything's clear. We might have just been wicked out. Possible. I'm happy with the break even on that trade. I think we might have just been wicked out though. And if so, well, so be it. We'll just watch. I don't think it'll form anything high probability enough for me to take, so. I mean, not a bad session. We were on the right side twice. A little bit early here. Maybe we should have waited for the macro. If it's 9:30, no news. But 9:30 volatility trades are not bad. I think this will probably reach up for London highs now. I don't think it's tradable. So simply walk away with one minus 1R today. Yeah. I'd be happy if it goes lower. How's chat doing? Shorts? You could, man, if you're bearish. I wouldn't short if there's equal highs in London right there, though. Why do you have London starting at 2 a.m., not 3 a.m.? Because London starts at 2 a.m. 5 in the Bissy OT of the range, the whole range, the one down here. You could. If we get there before the macro, then you can expect it to continue during lunch. So you're talking about this one. But that's pretty red flag, realistically. We shouldn't really be going that far down if we're bullish. Close to getting stopped out. Wishing for you. London starts at 3. No, it doesn't. It starts at 2. London is already taken. Nope, it definitely is not. It's hard, but thank you guys. What's up? This is my 5th day in a row getting cooked. Tomorrow I might lose all my accounts. This is tough. The emotions are getting to me. I feel you, bro. Today was not easy. I took one loss, one break even. We got really close to London highs. 1 point away. Two a.m. to 5 a.m. Yeah. Am I trash for taking long this morning? I mean, I took longs twice. Is this guy legit? What do you mean, am I legit? No, I'm not. This is an AI. Did you take something? We took 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 break even. London starts at 2 a.m. Yeah. 2 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, good shit, Roger. 1 loss, 2 break even. That's a tough one. That's a tough 3 trades. I feel you. 3 a.m. New York time. It's 2 a.m. Eastern time. UTC -4. I took first presentation inversion. Yes. And then I took I'll just show the executions. New York does not start. New York kill zone starts at 8:30. New York session starts at 9:30. There's a difference. Starts at 3. I don't know who told you guys London session starts at 3 a.m. But if you trade ICT, it does not. It's who says 8 a.m. GMT? 4 a.m. Eastern time. Ah, now you're pushing it, bro. Now you're pushing it. Can you explain? Explain what, bro? London said, when did London start if not 3 a.m.? Everyone here thinks London starts at 3. Why are you acting like ICT created the time zones? We're not talking about the time zone. We're talking about the kill zones. What time is New York and Canada? It's also the same time as New York. Not gonna lie, I saw the high timer this morning. I went back to sleep. Yes, 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 yes. So you guys think London session is 2 hours, 3 to 5? No, it does not start at 3. London session starts at 2. Are you guys talking about the London Stock Exchange? Are you guys talking about the London Stock Exchange? Oh, is it because the time hasn't changed in London right now? Now everyone's arguing. Hold on, hold on. It might be a time zone thing, guys. 5 a.m. ETC? 5 a.m.? Ah, bro, we're pushing it. How can London be 5 a.m., bro? Ask ChatGPT. I don't need to ask ChatGPT. I mean, I've done over 7,000 back tests using London 2 to 5, bro. I'm gonna definitely stick with 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Even if I was the last human being alive who says 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. London is 9:30 New York. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably gonna take London highs here. Yeah, I mean, I'm still bullish. How was trade today? One loss, one break even. I think we definitely had the right draw. We had the right buys. Just wasn't the cleanest delivery. Couldn't really capitalize. I think this will go higher now. What's the best platform for you? My favorite platform is Project X. So Alpha Ticks, Top Step X. London opens 8 a.m. / 3 a.m. EST. I'm from London. ATM model? No, not in the morning. Drop your sessions indicator. It's called ICT Kill Zones and Pivots TFO. No, this isn't a live account. It's going higher. It's just getting sloppy retracements every time. This is the 1 minute chart. I don't know. The bulk of the volume starts at 2 a.m. for London session. But obviously, depending on daylight savings, it could be. That's maybe why everyone's saying 3. I'll still be using 2 a.m. Eastern time. There's London highs. I mean, we definitely had the right draw. We got wicked out here. Pretty much got wicked out twice. But it is what it is. We took both trades. Um, got stopped out. Got stopped out. This one was a break even. This one was a loss. Our objectives were all hit. 1, 2, 3 objectives hit. I still think it can go higher, but I'll find out. We'll find out later. I wouldn't take this for traction model again. This is high of day now. You think NWOG? I think all of these. I would leave runners personally. No, no basketball today. The season's over actually. So it's time to rest, fully recover, and then come back stronger. Should have just left your stop loss alone. No, I did the right thing still. I wouldn't go back and change. Everyone's only saying shouldn't have moved the stop because it would have played out this time. What you don't realize is all the times I move my stop and then I lose, and then the original stop would have been hit. So don't be the hindsight Harry that says, no, you touched your stop. You shouldn't have touched it. Do you know the amount of times I put my stop where it's supposed to be, like I did today, and then it stops me, and then also would have taken my original stop? No one looks at. No, this is the number one issue. Everyone only looks at the examples that win. That's it. They only look at the examples that win. They never go over the examples that lose. So what's the point of the original stop? What? What's the point of the original stop? Just trade without a stop. Trade without a stop loss. What do you mean? What's the point of the original stop? It's a probability thing. When I first took the trade, if price was going to go below this low, then probability states I'm likely to lose. At this point in time, when we form this order block, if price goes below this low, probability states we're likely to take this one. In this case, we actually got an S&T, so realistically, it would have been some sort of, I don't want to say luck or random, but we did technically go below this low on the S&P 500, so I got out at break even. GG should have lower stop loss, but all good. Yeah, it's what it is. What's the point of the original stop is killing me. A stop loss could be moved if a move up or down is certain. There is no certainty, brother. Whether you're trading but you're trading S&P 500, but they move in tangent, so it's very, very important to look at both. No, I'm not even arguing. I'm just trying to explain. I think they're just thinking about it being a protected low. Possible. I don't like that narrative though. Check Discord. Oh my god, don't. PMD, that's crazy. Everything checked out. There's the bad end of the stick of the statistics. Yeah, it's fine. Do you miss July? I miss July. Yeah, I do miss July. We took 2 trades today. Good short play here. It's possible, but I'm still bullish if I'm being honest. How did you overcome the feeling of losing your first funded account after passing an eval? I kept trading. Just kept going, brother. Feel the pain, but you keep going. I mean, whether there is no correct or not correct, it's simply how I trade. I will always move my stop to the next protraction model unless it's high resistance. But this one is really clean, especially if London highs right there. I mean, it's kind of in today's market because the price was going to hit London highs. It was a high chance. You're right, there was a high probability chance. But like, if I can't just not have a stop loss, am I going to put my stop like no stop here? This price coming down, like I'd have to suffice so much drawdown. On days like today, it's hard to call if you made that lower Mahmoud GG. No, it's fine. Yeah, not a big deal. Can we go shorts now? I wouldn't, but it's up to you. Is there a reason why price edges draws a lot? It's about conditions. It's engineering more liquidity. Think about it like this. Even you guys in chat, when this got equal highs here, I already chat was saying, oh, we can go short here. Yeah, that's what that's what a lot of people are thinking. We can go short here because it starts to break down, not realizing that the market is predisposed to go higher. So that's literally how it works. It might be next year, Adam, to be honest. December, or maybe I might in December, maybe, or January. Why do you trade S&P always Nasdaq? Why do I always? Because all my testing is on Nasdaq. Although they move in tangent, although I always look at both, even in backtest, I've always executed Nasdaq, so I might as well just keep the consistency. I've watched more Nasdaq than S&P, so I just always trade NQ. Do you want to trade now? We want one loss and one break even. Do you really think we can go as far as 23610? I think the main draw this week. So if you guys want to hear the weekly outlook, let's remove some of these levels that we no longer need. If you guys want to hear the weekly outlook, I think the main draw for this week is all-time highs on ES. I think ES can reach all-time highs today. Not today, sorry, this week. So if that's the draw this week, then, well, pretty obvious. You know, if ES can reach all-time highs, NQ can probably reach previous week's high, 23877. Maybe the body here, 793. So. 15-second IPG really held though. Unfortunate, but you know, we did pretty good today. Can't complain, that's for sure. I will trade PM session today and look to recoup that 1 hour loss that we had. Or add another 1 hour loss. My back is feeling better. It's not 100%, but it is feeling better. I think I can. What's your max amount of trades per day? I don't really have a max. Usually I give myself 2 trade ideas in the morning. But like for example, this trade and this trade, they're different trade ideas. They're both long, but they're different trade ideas. This one is a reversal, this one is a protraction. But let's say for example, this one I get stopped out and then so let's say right here, price does this. I would have re-entered right away and just targeted the same trade. And I view that as one trade. What I do have is a maximum loss. You know, maximum loss. Shorting once we tap 5-minute OB. You think we can still take? Yeah, I do. I still think we can go higher. Wait, did I ever post a daily outlook? So I'll show you guys how I journal in the Discord. So Monday, August 25th, I think, AM session. Oops. So we took trade 1, classic model long, pre-market low, and then first presentation inversion, and we had S&T. And then realistically, I'm just going to say previous day high DOL. Trade 2, protraction model long. We had an M10 FEG, 15-second IFEG, 1030 range expansion. And then previous day high DOL. Result, break even. Result, win. Oh, sorry, loss. And then I'll put notes. So notes for today. 1, okay. Understanding, likelihood. Okay, I'll say one thing, main thing. The main thing was today should have been safety protocol rather than regular trading. To protect from deep patients that wear me out. Second trade was really solid. Move stop to next protraction. Got whipped out. Buy side ran. Still bullish, but opting to end my session. -1R. PM can potentially recoup. And that's it. That's the whole journal. I'll also journal on my own, but this one is for you guys in the Discord to see all the trades that I take on stream and stuff and PM session. We're almost at new week opening gap. Probably will get there. What are the latest you think on charts? I mean, now I'm done. I usually keep chat open in case people have urgent questions or whatever. The day for the market to edge. It is what it is. Itty what itty. I could have bought more Palantir at that price. They gave a good fill for me. But itty what itty. Why can't I join your Discord? You have to click open in browser. It's not actually closed. It's just TikTok doesn't let you go straight to it. When do you stop trading New York? My true time is 11:30, unless I'm trading lunch, which I rarely do because I'd rather just come back in the PM. But that's just me. What's your rate for the day? What do you mean by rate? I'm in Eastern time, so I'm the same time as New York time. Who were we talking shit about in the TikTok chat? Hold on. Who made 125K? Oh, Bella Geo Florals. I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe you, but whatever. When is the funded next giveaway? I need that. Funded next giveaway? We could look into that. That is something I could probably do. Listen, these guys, listen, people like, whether Florals is real or not, it doesn't matter. People that go into someone else's chat just to talk about the trade they took or to talk about how much money they made, they're looking for attention. That's all it is. They're simply looking for attention. There's no other reason. What is the latest? Yeah, that's in your experience. Which session is more tricky, AM or PM? What do you mean by more tricky? I'll tell you what it is. AM is usually more volatile. Um, Today's usually more. AM is usually more volatile. You can get larger setups, risk reward wise. PM is usually more range bound, but less volatile. So it depends what you like, really. Like 1R model is really good in the PM because it's not so volatile. You're not gonna get wicked out on the 1R quick. But how many times would you get wicked out here? On Apex, if I pass my eval before the amount of trading days I need to pass, can I risk? If you can pass in one trade, bro, on Apex. London and Asia when hot is my idea. Yeah, there you go, bro. As long as you know what's best for you. So stop New York 10:30 Central Time. That's usually when I stop looking at the charts. Yeah, dealing ranges. Do I implement them? No, it's not that important for me. But I will use them as a confluence, like 2024 ICT mentorship. Yeah, like I said, I use them as a confluence only. I thought you need minimum trade days on eval. Not for Apex. No. That's for funded payout. Bro, on Apex you can pass it in one go, bro. One day. Do you always wait for a retest? No. I rarely wait for a retest, actually. What actually makes a good order block for you? I'll draw it out for you. Ready? The first step of a good order block, the first step is you have a clear objective. No clear objective, no clear order block. Second step, we've already went below the opening price and shifted. So we have a low here. Now this itself creates an order block right here. The next best order block is the next one. The next one. The next one. Order block. Order block. Order block. Every single one is good. There's new week opening gap. Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate. But at least we have the right idea. Those would actually be mitigations, but I'm not pointing here to the highest candle. I'm pointing to the down close candles. The down close candles. So, you know what I'm saying? The down close candles. Is there any other ones? This. The down close candles. The down close candles. Shorts? No. You mark out CE of new week gap. If it's a big one, I don't need to mark it out here because I know it's going to be somewhere here, right? No biggie, right? Unless you're trying to pinpoint your limit order. I don't do that. I just mark it sell when the partial comes, so no point in marking it out. Update was funded next. Current update is we're down 570 on the eval. 560. That's the current update. I can keep you guys tabs on this account. Does order block have to be followed by an FEG? Doesn't it have to? No, it's just a confluence. If it's more than 40 handles, why? Like this is 17. If it's like, if I can eyeball 50%, I'm not gonna mark 50%. That's just how I do it. Have you watched 2024? I've watched 2024. Yes. How much you need to make? I think it's 3,000. We'll just keep risking 500 per trade and see if we get there. So we have 3 more attempts. You trading futures with? Yep, I'm trying. I'm affiliated with them on a trial basis. So if you want to use my link or code, go ahead. I put it right here. I guess let me put this in the discount section. Is there no discount section in the server? Oh, right here. You get 5% off, plus you get 120% purchase reward, some purchase coupon reward bonus or something like that. I think it works for both CFD and futures, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, I told them straight up, like we're gonna do like a trial with them, like a 1-month trial or 2-month trial, and where did I just post? Discounts. Oh, we'll just leave that there. You have a free Discord? It's free. What's the difference between wealth charts and rhythmic on Apex? Uh, wealth charts has a different. Wealth charts is like a weird platform. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Just get Tradeovate. Just get the Tradeovate one. I trade CFDs on Funded Next. They answer fast and payouts are fast if someone is curious about them. Cool. Cool. Interesting. I didn't know people use that. Do they have a buffer? Do they have a buffer? You don't need a buffer. So their payout rules are pretty simple. It's 40% consistency. That's it, actually. That's all you need. But when you request payout, your maximum loss does get set to 0. However, they have 100% profit split every single payout. So pretty cool. Opinion on Apex denying payouts? They only deny payouts where rules are broken, bro. Are you funded? Are you guys talking about? Yeah, we're talking about funded. 700 left on my evals. What do you recommend me to do? Exactly what you did. You know, exactly what your plan tells you to do, bro. You know. What would I do? I mean, I risk 750, so that's one trade for me, bro. If I'm like trying to actually do it properly. Do they have buffer plus activation fees on CFDs? I don't know their CFD information, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You can't get Tradeovate in Romania. Do rhythmic then. Don't. Wealth Source is a weird platform, I think. When you loan account, better to open a new account or repay the fee. It's better to just close that account and get a new one. No buffer on CFD, someone said. On what broker do you recommend with Rhythmic? Well, what are the options? I'm going to be honest, I always just get Tradevate. It's Hero FX. I'm going to be honest, bro. Don't use Hero FX, bro. I'm going to be straight up with you. Never heard of that in my life. Chatter, we still bullish. And as long as these objectives are still higher, I mean, we could retrace lower, but it's still bullish. I honestly, genuinely think that Monday low is probably set. Anyway, ignore this. This was a test. 2 trades today. I don't want to journal this. I suppose we can journal it this way. Let's go back and journal London highs. Just for my personal journal. You know, at least we stayed composed today. We took the right trades. We followed the game plan. And unfortunately, we were not rewarded today by the probabilities. You know? It is what it is. Hopefully next time, we get rewarded by the probabilities. Well, bro, yeah, it depends. What are your targets? New week opening gap high, high of day, Asia high, previous day's high. Told you guys I'm gonna long this shit. What's up, Danny? I took 2 trades. First one was a loss, long. Second one was also the second one was a break even. It is what it is. Well, pretty good day. I'm pretty content with today. Nah, I didn't miss. I mean, in my opinion, the longs were pretty obvious, but I've seen this enough times. But was delivery clean? Looking back, no. Like I think if I were to trade this 100 times, maybe there's a world where I don't take this trade and the 2 trades I take are this one and this one inside 1050 macro, because this inversion is pretty clean. So I could argue that this is the one I missed, but I just was not comfortable taking another trade. I'm going to be straight up. Even high of day is 1.6 R, so I mean, what do I look like taking that trade? I don't think I would take that if that's mine. So I mean, if would I take the OB? That's a tough one. I don't know if I would take this OB. Risk reward is a lot better. I don't know. I don't think I would ever take this. So realistically, I don't even think I would take this in backtest. This was already a weird one to take, so maybe the OB here. Would I ever take this? Nah. I really think I took the only 2 trades I would ever take. I took that and holding the previous stage high. Nice, bro. Have you seen ES? Yeah, it's awful. But listen, this is the thing that people are not realizing. Everyone thinks ES is so shit, and it's like lagging behind. No, it's not. ES is trading all the way here. ES is trading right here right now. That's where ES is. NQ has to play catch up. Of course it's going to wait. Of course, and same thing with Dow. Look, it looks like Dow is weak. Dow is not weak. Dow is above all-time highs right now. Dow is literally above all-time highs. So it looks like Dow is weak. It's only NQ's the actually weak one. NQ's behind the other two. It's playing catch up. So of course they're trying to sync up. So Dow goes lower, ES goes sideways because Dow is too far up. ES is far up, but not that far up, so it's waiting. And NQ is pumping. It seems like it's all out of sync, but when you have a clear bias, you know what's going on. And that's why I said it. That's why I was really comfortable taking longs today because I expected it to be like a clean delivery higher. Just in my opinion, wasn't that clean. But what can you do? Equal highs at 625. Yeah, it'll probably get there. How do you know what to catch up or SMT? Bias first. Don't even look at the SMT, bro. Throw it out of your brain. Bias first, then SMT. I look at the daily chart. I don't say, okay, we have SMT. Maybe we're gonna go down. No, I say, okay, hold on. Let's look at what happened here. We've come down. We've taken out lows. We got a daily inversion on really bullish news. We're all-time high territory. Look how close ES is to all-time highs. All-time high is probably the strongest draw there is. It's right there. So if that's the draw, well, it's pretty obvious. I don't care about no SMT. I care about the draw and liquidity. All-time high the draw, we look for longs. Well, bro, yeah. Caught the same move. You got super lucky with my stop loss. This one at the low. I don't think it's as lucky as you think. I mean, there's an SMT here, and we shifted. So it's a deep retracement, but it's protected low, right? Not gonna lie, the Asia drop earlier was super obvious. Nice. Do you think this week is a good week to take a break? I think if today closes bullish, tomorrow is also going to be bullish. How do you use the first FEG? As a confluence or an entry PD array, depending on the setup. Well, boys, that's gonna be it for me in this session. Pretty good session. I'm not gonna complain. We are down 1R, but it's not the biggest deal. I will probably trade the PM session, and I will look to recoup that 1R loss. Maybe look for more if it's possible, depending where we are on the day. And I will see you guys tomorrow, exact same time. Tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow the probability plays out in our favor. This was two good trades, two really good trades. Right idea. Till next time. Peace.